Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to solve a problem that I've had for quite some time. I have a very difficult time moving stuff around my yard. So, cherry picker. One of the most abused tools from Harbor Freight. We're just going to add to that abuse. So, this cherry picker, we are going to put bigger tires on it so it can drive around the yard. And possibly four-wheel drive. Anyway, yeah, so the tracker that my dad's tracker has that snowplow mount on the front of it. I got to thinking, I was thinking, man, it'd be sure handy to have a cherry picker on that. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna modify this cherry picker, modify some brackets and mounts on the bottom of this, and so that it will bolt pin on to the front of that tracker, and so I can move stuff around the yard. So then I can just fold the cherry picker out and pick stuff, so the tracker acts as a counterbalance, and this can pick stuff up from the front. We'll see how it works. So what I'm gonna do is I've got some steel here. This is gonna go right across here. I'm basically gonna put a piece flash strap across here. I have an ear that goes out like this, the hole in it, that will mount to the front of the tracker. And then I'm gonna make another bracket that goes from here, a piece that goes from here and down to act as a tension rod. So that'll hold the majority of the weight. So when I'm lifting, it'll work. Watch and see. I need a piece 29.5 long. Anybody else notice that these DeWalt grinders eat batteries? Yeah, they like their batteries. All right, 29.5. 29.5. Okay, so we got the. All right, so we got the piece made up here. That's gonna bolt to the cherry picker. Now, I'll show you what I'm thinking. See what I'm thinking? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna test fit this real quick. Set you guys down over here and see. There you go. Yeah, it's sloppy in there because the other one was snowplow. It's much different than this. I gotta get a new pin, and see, it fits, it'll pin right up. Well, there you have it. So I'll go ahead and go final weld all this back together, and I'll have to punch some holes in the cherry picker and get this bolted up. Gotta go buy some bolts. Let's see, what's next then? Oh, the top piece, because this is on a hinge. The top piece we'll have to worry about on that, figure out that tension rod. So see, you got the deep gravel, so that's why it's hard to move stuff around. I got that pickup bed there, I gotta pick it up and move it back there, and then axles and other stuff I have to move around from the garage to out back. It just doesn't. All right, so I got them all welded up. I'm gonna get this thing kind of set on the floor here to cool off. Let the concrete pull some of the heat out of it. And then I'm gonna start working on our piece that goes from up here down. Got some ideas on that. We'll see how it works out. Okay, time for an update. So, I made these. So this little piece here, it's still really hot. I just got done welding it. This little piece dealy whopper here is gonna go on the back of the cherry picker right there. and that'll allow me to put my tension rod in there. And interestingly enough, this will actually support the majority of the weight. So we're gonna go ahead and weld this on there. It's still really, really hot. So hopefully I don't burn myself. Let's see how that works out. I'll set you guys up so you can laugh at me when I do burn myself. In case you're wondering, the old floor jack, the handle right here, the GoPro fits perfectly inside of it. Maybe I'll take a picture with my phone and show you. There you go. I'll throw that picture in the video. Anyway, get you pointed over here where you can see something. That's why it's slightly crooked, because it's in the jack handle. It's not the jack handle, I'm not sure of now. But okay. Got that welded on there. Now it's time to punch some holes in here. And yeah, let's see how that works. I really hope my drill's long enough. Oh, it looks like it is. So we're gonna punch some holes through here. We're gonna have to go to the store, get some bolts. And then I gotta figure out how to mount my tension rod to the car, but we might do some testing on this just to make sure my theory here is gonna work before we go all out on it, but we'll see. I'm gonna punch some holes in here. All right, try this again. My battery died. Okay, let's see. I got my bolts, got my hardware for that dealy whopper. That bar there is bolted on, and I made this thing. This piece here, just took a piece of 2x2 square tubing. This is gonna drop in here, like that. I gotta punch a hole in the side right here, and then there will be a rod that goes from this to this. So, and I brought the tracker in the garage, and then we're gonna try to get it all fit up. So let's see how that goes. So I'll drill this hole real quick and then start hooking it up. Okay, I got a little carried away. So got my hole drilled in there. Drilled that one by hand. I tell you what, with as many holes as I've drilled today, I am grateful I have a drill press. Just saying. Okay, got that hole there drilled. Only smashed my drill into my hand once. Now we're gonna hook it up. So got that piece stuck in there. What it is, I took my lift chain and I stuck it between the handle and the pin. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull on the front of this and just basically rock the thing up to line up the pins down here. I'll set you guys up over here so you can watch me. All right, those two pins are in, there and over there. Now, we're gonna put a floor jack under the front of this. We're gonna lift it up so we can get our measurement of how long this little dealy whopper here needs to be. So let's do that. See if this will stay on the air compressor. Ooh, it might. That's that's about where level is. All right. All right, let's go. Edge. We're gonna make it 33. 33 from center of hole to center of hole. So, I'm gonna get that piece cut, fabbed, drilled, whatever, and stuck on here. Then we gotta test this thing to see if it actually works. Or there's too much tension on that rod and it snaps something. We'll see. Got the piece made. Let's stick it in here. Maybe I don't have a piece made. I gotta modify it a little bit. All right. I messed up. So what happened is I miscalculated this pivot point right here and this pivot point right here. Oh, up here, down there, and up here. They're kind of in line. And so as this swivels, the distance between here and here, they don't get longer. So what I got to do is this bracket that I welded on up here, which I'm not terribly brokenhearted about taking off because I got some horrible porosity in that. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to move it down here, right down here, to where it's actually in a straight line from here, straight up to here. And then I'm going to take this piece I made, I'm going to cut it in half. We'll make two pieces, so we'll actually have two rods from here down to here. So in theory, it'll be twice as strong because there's a lot of tension in that rod. So that's what we're gonna try. We'll see. I got my helper, but not tonight. It's late and he's got to go to bed. I've got to go to bed. So we'll put this one on hold for a day or two. Okay. Experiment failed. And I'll show you why. So normally the cherry picker is set up like this. You have a wheel at the back, you have a wheel at the front, and you have you pull down right here to pick up the engine or whatever. And then there's a couple of rods. This beam leans back. This is a bolted connection. This beam leans back, and then as you pull down on here, it puts force this way, and these rods, there's a couple little bars that are in tension, and it works. What I was doing was this. So I took off the piece that went forward and had the support there. I got rid of that, and I was thinking that I could pull down on here and pull back on here and it would work. But where I went wrong is right here in this bolted connection. I made the assumption that it was solid. It was actually bending in that bolted connection. So what it was doing is as I pull down out here, which is, anyway, out here, it was pulling back on the top up here, pulling back, and actually basically folding that cherry picker, basically folding it up. So for now, I scrapped the project. I wasn't actually planning to release this video, but I figured I might as well, just because admit your failures. I might come back to this someday. I'll think about it. Haven't figured out the best way to do it yet, but we'll see. So that's where I went wrong. I figured out where I went wrong, why I went wrong. The rods back here, they're designed to be in tension. I'm making them be in compression. If I made those solid, they're just a real thin piece of strap metal. If I made them more of a solid piece to take the load and compression, that might work. We'll see. I'll revisit the project another time. But I've got other stuff I'm dealing with. So that's all I got. Yeah. Thanks for watching.